All right, we've had this washer about 14 years now. We really haven't had any problems with it. It's an LG, and this is the same on some other models. Um, but what I wanted to do is explain to you guys this. There's a guy who shows on YouTube how to replace this gasket, and you leave the face on. Leave this guy on while you do it. If it's your first time, I would highly recommend pulling the face off. You will save so much time. Just trying to get this, and maybe if you've got the feel of it and everything else, you've done it several times, you might be able to do it the other way. But honestly, I think you'll be just causing yourself a lot of grief by leaving the face on and trying to put this spring in. I found that if you buy these $10 tools on eBay or on Amazon, this is a $10 one. I'll put a link in the description for it. This tool works fine. If you do it the other way, you're gonna need the ones that angle in like this, the LG made $50 tools. You can just get the $10 ones, pull the face off. It takes really no time at all to pull the face off. There's a bunch of videos on this, all right, how to do it. The issue that you run into with this, and I gotta have this video has to be longer than about 3 minutes or 4 minutes, or the algorithm will just shut it down. So right in here, you get a lot of dirt and filth and stuff. So make sure that you clean this hose out, take it off. And it's much easier to do with the whole face off. You just take this off, clean that whole hose out, clean these out right here if you use your steam. If you don't use it, it might be just clean. But I took these off and cleaned everything because some stuff gets in there. And then all that stuff ends up inside this little groove down in here and then makes big black marks on your clothing. And that's the only reason we're replacing this. They don't really leak very often or like that. They just get dirty. And it's hard to clean. It's much easier just to replace it. If you wanted to, you could just take this one off. And once it's off, okay, you can take and get in here with some degreaser and just clean it and put it back on. You can get in here really easily when it's off by just getting a spray bottle, some degreaser, a brush, and shove it in there and just clean it and take paper towels and wipe it off and put the old one back on. If you want to save yourself 50 bucks, that's what I would do next time. If I was going to do this, I would just do that. I would take this thing off and clean it. So save yourself 50 bucks if you're just wanting to get rid of those black marks on your clothing. Take this guy off and clean it. Really not hard to do. And once it's off, in hindsight, I would have done that. So this is just a little bit of a, I'm not going to show you step by step because there's tons of step by steps on this, but a little piece of advice for you guys that are trying to do it. A couple things that I saw here real quick is also that there's a couple of issues that happen with this machine. We've really had absolutely no problems with it, and one of the things we do is we don't overload it. We always run probably 3/4 of a load most, and all the time, and we've had, again, 14 years, never had an issue with this washer. Tons of people say they've had problems. Okay, if you see right here, we can get in there, I'll zoom in a little bit. This thing right here, you see right here, if you feel that, it's got sticky grease on it. The grease is really old. And what happens with this wash machine sometimes, while you got your face off, because you're going to do this the right way and not the half-assed way by leaving the front on, you're going to take the whole front off and do it this way. And then what you do is, while you got this off here, you get yourself a nice big fatty of grease. Grease this guy up really good. If you want to, you can take it off and grease it, okay? And what this thing does is, you'll see, it goes like this. And when the grease comes off of there, it doesn't have any shock absorb to it. I mean, technically, you should take this whole thing off and grease it while you got it off here. Not hard to do either with the face off. And then there's one over here. So you got one on both sides. You can just put a bunch of grease on there while you got it off. Because what happens on these washers is it'll oscillate around and it'll get stuck. And then it'll get an error. And a lot of people go, oh, well, this thing's broken. I got to get a new one. They call the repair guy out. He tells you a gazillion dollars. You're going to buy a brand new one. That's probably the only problem that you got, is if it gets an error code, a lot of times it's that those things need to be greased, because the grease gets old on it and they get sticky, and then it doesn't absorb the shock. It just bounces around, or it gets stuck in one position. So just take, while you got the face off, because you're doing it the right way, grease it. Probably have no other issues with your washer. I mean, again, we had the 14 years. Transmission's still good. You know, I don't know. Maybe you've had issues. Comment below about that. We'd love to hear about it. But I'll go over the repair real quick in a Reader's Digest version for you. To do the face, you pull this cover off here. There's one screw that holds it on, and then there's a screw that goes behind it. You take that screw out. There's two screws here on this thing, the top. You unscrew the lower ones, not the upper ones, the lower ones. And then this whole top pushes back. It can be really tight. You're going to have to, sometimes I had to get a screwdriver in here, kind of pry it a little bit and push it back at this end, beat it back a little bit with my palm of my hand. Push it back, then the whole lid just falls off of there, comes right off. And then you've got this thing. This thing, he just has these 3 clips here. And I think there's one screw going in here. That screw right here is right here. So you take out that screw, pop this face off, throw it up on top. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 5 or 6 screws for the top. What do you got? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. The top comes off. You tilt it forward, pull it out of these little things here. It just sets inside that, and you've got the whole face off. It literally took me 5 to 10 minutes at the most. I think it was 5 minutes with a screw gun. So honestly, why would you fight something like that when you could just pull the face off? Use a $10 tool, the straight ones, instead of the angled ones. If you're a professional, maybe you want to buy the angled ones and save 10 minutes. If you're a DIY person, you're going to want to pull the face. Just take that piece of advice. All right, so that's it, guys. I'll talk to you on the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video.